make every team pay that skipped on me in the draft. Right. That's number one. Number two, Aaron Rodgers, man, you just paid him a whole bunch of money. That guy got pride, bro. You paid him a whole bunch of money. He's going to be there. Because the last thing he wants anybody to ever say about him is, well, you just paid him a whole bunch of money. Now he's going to sit down.
Now look at him. Right.
Right. And let's be clear. Aaron Rodgers could literally sit down and let this season go on by and let the clock turn for 2019. And as long as he's healthy and rocking come March 17th of next year, he's got a majority of his money guaranteed. He could really slow play this if he wanted to. I highly doubt that anybody's going to be able to keep him off the field next week to play. I mean,
yeah,
I love the guy. I love the guy as a quarterback.
Yeah.
And I don't think you're going to be able to keep him off the field, bro. It ain't going to happen.
Yeah, definitely. We'll have to tune in and see it. Like I said, I think he'll play too. But, hey, depending on what that knee does. But for sure, I expect him to see out there as well. He's a game winner, definitely.
What a performance.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely a great way to kick off the season. Or definitely for Sunday Night Football.
Hey, man,
great way to start Sunday Night Football.
All the last-second heroic touchdowns he's thrown in the end zone, and they've won games in the past however many seasons, and then dude gets knocked. You know he's knocked. He probably shouldn't even be on the field, and here he comes in the fourth quarter. What?
Yeah.
And they win it?
Yeah, man.
And I mean, the Bears were romping and stomping all over the Packers for three quarters.
And hey, no doubt, it was an awesome game. I was watching. It's like watching it so much. Like, here he goes. There goes that man.
Real tough game.
Yeah.
I liked it though.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see what happens going forward. Hey, the oldest rivalry. You know, it's going to give you what you want.
Right.
And we also needed him to make sure that our pick was right on that too. So shout out to A-Rod for making sure getting us a win, getting Knicks and Messiah a win as well. You're our guy. Appreciate that.
Thank you, A-Rod.
Now, Monday Night Football doubleheader. Jets Lions. Sam Darnold, youngest starting quarterback since 1970, I believe it is. First pass, pick six. Oh my gosh! Then it's over, and we can just shut the front door. Jets 48, Lions 17. Stafford threw a bunch of picks. He got hit a whole bunch, and he was hurt an awful lot in that game. Yet once again, Lions not able to rush for 100 yards. They're about to break a record for most consecutive games without 100 yards rushing. Tough sledding for the new coach with his hat backwards and the pencil, not really able to figure out what's going on.
Why you got to put down Matt Patricia, man? He didn't do nothing to you.
Fair enough. I'm just like, he just did you look at? He was just like, oh my god, like he looked lost at times. I was like, man, I felt bad for him, but I'm just like, hey,
just get to the damn game. Let's talk about it.
All right, man. I'm sorry. Okay, well, Sam Darnold 16-21 after throwing through the pick, 198 yards, 2 touchdowns. I also believe that will always be going forward. Should the Giants have taken Sam Darnold, or are they going to be okay with Saquon? That's the thing that we'll watch as their time unfolds. Coel, 10 carries, 102 yards. He had the big bust for a touchdown. Good to see Quincy Enunwa back from the neck injury. Played well. 6 catches, 63 yards with a touchdown. I mean, Lions side of the ball, Kenny Galladay had 114 yards. Golden Tate, 79 and a touchdown. Obviously losing Ziggy in the second quarter hurt them. He was getting some pressure and stuff early on and doing pretty well, but he was out for the second quarter. We had to see what his status is going to be going forward.
Defensive leader.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, at the half, 17-10 at the half. It's okay. The third quarter, though, it just, in that 3-minute span, it was 3 touchdowns.
Right.
You know, it was offense, it was defense, and it was
special teams.
Yeah, all 3 phases, and it was just in a 3-minute span, and this game was over.
Definitely the all 3 phases thing. Yeah.
For sure. So yeah, man, you don't want to overreact with the rookie head coach over there and everything, what happened and how things unraveled in the third quarter. Obviously, what we have to take a look at, Jets openly said, "Oh, well, we knew what was coming. That's why we were jumping routes." So we'll have to see what comes of that and how they change their signals or whatever the case may be. But they said they knew the signals and they knew what was coming. And obviously in the third quarter, it for sure looked like it. So,
well, I'm going to overreact a little bit offensively. I wasn't a Sam Darnold guy when I looked at our draft. Go ahead.
Let me co-sign. Me either. It's one of the rules for me. USC, I don't draft them. So yeah,
gotcha. Yeah, USC quarterbacks definitely a dice roll right there. But anyhow, I'm gonna overreact on the offense. Honestly, the kid could have tucked it in after the pick six, sat down, hugged the clipboard, tried to get his thoughts together, and skate through this game. Okay, offensively. This kid went 16 for 21, as we know, but distributed the ball to 7 different receivers. That's pretty good for a kid who's playing his first game and got his first pass picked off for a touchdown return.
Monday Night Football on the road as well.
On the hot lights, definitely that, okay? And knowing what he's going up against on the other side and the other quarterback, right?
Right.
The New York Jets stuck to their guns. They kept their offense steady, rushed the ball a bunch of times. I mean, looks like it's over 30 attempts. I mean, you had 22 between Isaiah Crowell and Bilal Powell. Right? So, and I mean, 2 other guys had 6 carries. Well, Sam Darnold had 6 carries. So you got 6 rushes out of the QB as well as the 16 out of 21, right?
Right.
Then he got the ball distribution, right? Okay. So there's the offense. Then you got the defense. Now, we won't overact with that because, like they said, we knew the signals, so we could kind of jump some routes. But hey, if they prepared that well, that they knew the signals and they could jump the routes, and they peel out with 5 INTs, that's something special. So now you got 2 phases of the ball doing what it's supposed to do, which is awesome. You can't ask for anything better than that, right? Kick return.
Are you buying? I mean, wait. You said, you're going to overact a little bit. Are you buying the Jets a chance of the AFC East right now?
I'm buying the Jets at least in the playoffs.
Okay.
Noted.
Hold on, let me get my pen out here.
Okay.
Messiah buying Jets for playoffs.
Also, now third phase. The special team said, "Hold my beer." Nobody missed the field goal. The punts were great. 2 of them, 3 punts, 2 of them inside the 20. Okay? And they had a punt return for a touchdown. You can't ask for any more than that versus that team with the pedigree that it has from the coach all the way down. QB, the defense, all of that. Rookie QB? Because, let me tell you right now, I hope that everybody's doing their film study on this team, because this defense is going to hurt you at some point, some way. Definitely, I know Jamal Adams said it a lot. I've seen it a lot on social media. Culture's changed in that room. And if that's what they're going to deliver, a lot of teams don't got a chance. Forget the AFC East. A lot of teams don't have a chance. And if Sam Darnold can do what he did, minus the picks, the Jets got a really good shot at making the playoffs. Maybe even going deep. Do I know what they're going to do against Jacksonville? I don't know. If there's a situation where they face a Jacksonville, I don't know. But, if that defense, the way that it played the other night, is anything similar to Jacksonville, guess we're gonna have a stalemate when they face up against them.
Let me hit you with this. Let me ask you this one. We kind of, in a sense, we kind of saw there's a lot of things to this team, right? That we kind of go back a little bit. We kind of go back a little bit, and we can go back whenever they drafted the guy out of USC, butt fumble, Mark Sanchez.
You ain't got to call the guy that.
Man, okay. Well, I'm just saying.
Okay.
The hot dog eater on the sideline. How about that? Better?
Yeah.
No? Okay. All right.
He's getting his proteins.
They had he needed them. He needed them. They had the defensive coordinator with that multiple defense. They brought Bart Scott over.
Right.
A lot of similarities there, but here's the difference. That team, the Jets, did a lot of barking from the head coach all the way down. Mark Sanchez was more of a glamour style quarterback that was coming in and different things of that ilk. It's like this team is the same in a lot of ways, except better prepared.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit more nose to the grind, it would seem. So I'm intrigued. As you were talking, I was just kind of thinking about those kind of things that were coming into play, and I'm like, I'm not buying them for the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not buying them for the playoffs, but I know you're on record say, hey, they might have a chance there. But yeah, I mean, there's some simulators that can kind of. And Tabo's has been a good coach everywhere he's been.
Right.
I mean, look at some defenses he had in Arizona for sure. So,
right. And for the first time in a long time, week 2,
yeah,
with the Jets, there's something you actually have to pay attention to.
Mm-hmm.
Not just, it's the Jets. They're going to do what they do.
Right. Better, open your eyes up.
You know what I mean? They're not on that, Cleveland Brown status, for however they've been for however long. It's the Jets. It's the Browns. That's what they do.
Gotcha. All right. And for the doubleheader, it was town business time, went to the Bay Area. It was Rams at Oakland.
Yeah, you'll have to talk about that. I was asleep through some of that.
Not a problem.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Real simple. It was, I don't know the last time I've heard the black hole that loud on TV. I mean, it was loud. They were ready. It was the return of Chucky. It was electric even.
Mm.
It was just one of those things where you could feel it. You could feel it. And they came out and went down the field, and Beast Mode carried 10 million guys into the end zone for a touchdown, and here it comes. And, it was just nip and tuck, and you got to the halftime, and it was 13-10. And, man, the Raiders are up and everything. And here's what I got from the Rams. They never got outside themselves. They never panicked. They were just poised. Mm-hmm. And they're like, this too shall pass. And they came out of the second half, and here's Todd Gurley here, here's Todd Gurley there. Let me hit Brandon Cooks over here. And just systematically demolished the Raiders the rest of the time, outscoring them 23-0 in the second quarter. So, and it was like eye-opening. Like, we know the Rams are good. Okay, and we kind of all had an idea how good they were going to be, but with that hype and that setting, what was going on with the turn of Chucky and everything else like that, and they were just like, that's cool. It just kind of dusted their hands and went on from there, man.
Also says a lot about maintaining your roster. There's a lot of studs on that roster for the LA Rams, and we know Aaron Donald's situation was a sticky situation for the last month or so. Everybody else was getting signed. Everybody else was getting boku bucks. Everybody was getting big money. And, hey, other teams out there were signing similar position players, and they were getting big money. And then all of a sudden, they shored up the deal with Aaron Donald. And it seems to me now, I mean, if that's the case, like you said, they hung tough. They stayed even keeled and did what they were supposed to do inside the black hole, which is a tough place to play. Been that way for years. And they do that because there's stability now inside that organization. There's stability in that roster. And all those guys now, Aaron Donald, he can play free. He ain't got to worry about no money no more. He got his money already. Seen the paperwork, signed the paperwork, on to it. Brandon Cooks, paid. You know what I mean? All the other guys, paid. You know what I mean? And it's not like he got paid at the expense of, losing somebody else. He still got Ndamukong Suh over on the other side of him.
Yeah. So, and Brockers too,
right,
on that 3-man front. Yeah. Definitely stout. It was
and Peters, and they got Peters. They picked up from the Chiefs. So
yeah. And Talib, and
Talib.
We know. Yeah, they got the they got work out there,
and they have a defensive coordinator that's nasty. I mean, like if you look up the word nasty, after you find out what it means, there's gonna be a picture of their defensive coordinator. He's in there, and then right next to him, there's a picture of Greg Williams. But we'll talk about him some other time.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So,
well, that was week 1 wrapped up.
Yeah.
But we did leave out a game.
We did.
That we didn't cover because we want to talk about this particular team.
And that was one of our picks too. Yeah.
Yeah, it sure was. And that was Pittsburgh Steelers at the Cleveland Browns. And I think it's time to bring Pittsburgh to the forefront and kind of have some conversations about them. And it's a little bit more than just what's going on with Le'Veon Bell.
Well, let's talk about the game first.
Okay. Here we go. So James Conner replacing Le'Veon Bell. Right. 31 carries, 135 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Stud.
They made sure they threw him the rock too.
Stud.
5 catches, 57 yards. Ben Roethlisberger, 3 for 335. Did have those 3 picks. The rookie Ward, 4th overall pick, getting 2 of those. If Tyrod Taylor could have been just a little bit more consistent. 15 of 40 kind of done him in. But even still,